Another interview with several ladies who grew up in this area and others who have lived here.
You want me to go first? Okay, my name's Paula Simmons, and this is my mother, Loma, and I'm just here to listen to everybody, and my memories are a little bit of when I was really little.
Good.
Well, you'll share some of those. When were you?
Well,
Don't tell them what you are.
And I'm Vivian Walker Packer. I grew up in Mesquite. I have a sister sitting right over there that we grew up together. A lot of people thought we were twins, but I'm a year and a half older.
I'm Loma, and I went to school here. I went to the 5th grade, and that was during the Depression, of course. And nobody worked. Nobody had a job. And it was just, but we moved to Vegas when I was in the 6th grade. And I was so smart. I went past the 6th grade, went into the 7th grade. So Mesquite school was better than Vegas.
Good. That's good to know.
That's good. Very good.
And I'm Verleen Walker Bay. I live in Las Vegas now, but was born here in the house that I grew up in. And Vivian, she got to have a doctor deliver her
In St. George.
St. George, but anyway, so I was born here.
Tell them who your mother and dad were.
And Ernest Walker and Julia Reber Walker were my parents.
And your grandparents.
Grandparents were Sammy and Mary Jane Ince Reber, Sammy Reber, Mary Jane Ince.
And Sister River was my grandmother's best friend.
Is that right?
They were like this.
And who was your grandmother?
Luna Levitt.
Okay.
Luna Levitt. And they lived on, not the, I don't watch on the other voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did something, I hurt myself somehow, I can't remember, I was just a little kid. But in the little house you went, that's where that car, places where they sell cars now, it's right at the house, yeah. Maybe that's where we lived.
Oh, you did? The Barnum still lived there.
Yeah, Barnum, that was Barnum. Yeah.
And so your dad was
Bob Barnum.
Bob Barnum.
Yeah, I said, you have to remember him because of his guitar. Yeah.
So-
he played the guitar.
So you're the same age as Brady Walker.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
Oh my.
But anyway, Sister River came up and I sat on her lap while she did whatever she did. She put some kind of salve. Something was well known in those days. I think probably was horse limit or something. But it was something like, something they don't use anymore. Anyway, I got what we passed. But she was a doctor. She was a nurse.
It was
Carbolic acid.
carbonic acid, and it was
Yeah.
mixed with Vaseline
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, it was brown.
Dark brown.
And your name?
you're next.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm Bodel Bundy. I was born and raised in Mesquite, and I had my first child here. My first baby was born here.
Right in this hospital.
In this hospital,
Oh, my.
Florida, UK. And my mom and dad were Christina and John Jensen. Christina Abbott, Brittany Abbott's daughter, oldest daughter from Mesquite. And my dad was John Jensen. Lived up the river up there to the Johnson Ranch. And came from a family of 14 children. And I have 7 children of my own. I lived in Buckerville, Nevada. Went to school here all my life. Graduated out of high school.
And they grew the best melons in the whole world.
And my boy was Bundy melons, and my boy still goes fresh Bundy melons down at the ranch down at Riverside. So, okay.
Me? I'm Voris Bennion, and I was born and raised in Holden, Utah. My parents was Florida A. McKee and Eddie Elizabeth Hunter McKee. And I was come from a family of 9 children. And I lived in Holden all my life. And when I married my childhood sweetheart, we moved to Salt Lake, lived in Salt Lake area, the Murray area for years. Then in 1973, I moved here to Bunkerville. And I've been here ever since 1973, so I feel like I'm
Quite a while.
Okay. The next question we'd like to just share, as Loma did, some school memories. So just as you decide, share some school memories. We can start anywhere.
Speak up.
I just remember our mother being ill when I was in 5th grade and in 6th grade. My sister and I would take turn every other day staying out of school to take care of her. And sadly enough, those are my memories.
That's right.
Lord bless that.
Well,
These-
yeah.
But on the other hand, he took the curse off it.
But I remember I was in 1st grade, I think, when Mom first became ill. And like I say, because I was the youngest in the family, I was the baby of the family, and I still am the baby of the family, and I still act like that sometimes. I look to Vivian to go ahead, take charge, you know. But anyway, yes. I remember one time when I was in elementary school, and the high school brought an operetta over and performed it on this stage in the old school building up there. And my brother Brent was an Indian in it. And as a little child sitting there looking at him, and he was dressed in that paraphernalia, and his skin was darkened and everything. I mean, I thought he really had turned into an Indian, because I was just little, and it was kind of scary.
I had a little hand and took me right back to school.
In those days, we had before we went into the schoolhouse, we had to line up and take that cod liver off.
My goodness.
It was, it was a protection for our health or something,
Yeah.
sure, you know.
Well, I remember them talking about that. I never did have to take any, but I remember them talking about it. So some kids did, even when we were
Terrible.
older.
It was good, tables full of that every morning.
Yeah, yeah.
That wasn't part of ours.
It was terrible.
Yeah, I was living in gift wraps.
This would play like, we'd go visiting each other, and we'd all say, well, I've got bread in the oven, so I really got to get back. It's been nice to see. That was always the way we did.